The train ambled in leisurely, chugging half-heartedly towards the moonlit railway platform. It was well past midnight, and the typical Indian railway station narrative of colourful kiosks, noisy vendors, persistent beggars, colourful shops, and buzzing tea kiosks had given way to a dreary, desolate, and foggy night. I was the only one to get off at that station of a sleepy Mufassal town tucked into the heart of northern India. A blast of cold air greeted me, prompting me to button up my jacket and wrap the muffler tightly around my ears. My college was a good 30 miles away, and I decided to spend the night at the station and look for a ride in the morning to take me to my hostel premises. I needed help with my luggage: two big suitcases, a roll of bedding, a backpack, and a cardboard carton containing an electric heater which my mother had insisted I carry. My eyes scanned the hazy surroundings, looking for a porter, but could not spot anyone on the deserted platform. However, I did see a closed door under a covered lighted veranda at the far end with the lettering waiting room written above it. Just as I decided to make my way to the waiting room, there was a gentle tap on my shoulder, catching me unawares, causing me to jerk. I turned around, and that is when I saw him, a dark, short, slight man with a tattered black overcoat, worn over crumpled red kurta, and stained off white pants, a combination of clothing worn by porters called coolies. An old lined face with glassy, sunken eyes topped with a dirty, yellowing turban looked back at me. My surprise at seeing him was edged with a tinge of fear, and I gulped hard to prevent the panic from rising. Babu, सामान के साथ मदद चाहिए का? Babu, do you need help with the luggage? He asked in gentle colloquial Hindi. Relief washed over me, and I gratefully pointed to the two suitcases before picking up the cardboard carton and backpack and proceeding towards the waiting room. He followed me, carrying the suitcases on his turbaned head, breathing heavily under their weight. The initial reaction of surprise, followed by relief, had given way to a rush of thoughts. How do I describe to you the eerie feeling that this man evoked in me? It was as if someone had taken a character out of the sepia tinted photographs of 100 years ago from the time of the British Raj and juxtaposed him next to me. His appearance, his manner, his language seemed so far removed from the modernness of today, and yet he was right there, walking right behind me. We reached the waiting room, and I pushed at the door, and it jerked open. The view was of damp, shadowy walls, a few reclining armchairs, and two wooden benches on either side of the room. The room was dark, and I opened the doors wide to let the light from the veranda stream in, hoping to find a light switch on the wall of the room. He had already placed my luggage inside the dim room and was now standing beside the door, sheathed in his threadbare overcoat. Again, the same spectral feeling tethered to a bygone era. Who was he? Was he for real? Trying to mask my discomfort, I addressed him in a light, breezy tone, asking him how much I should be paying for his services. जो चाहे दे दे बाबू, बहुत लंबा इंतजार रहा. Pay me as you please, Babu. It has been a long wait, he said in his gentle tone. Masking my fear, I decided to be generous and offered a crisp 100 rupee note. He extended his hand to take the note, and that is when I noticed. What he had proffered was not a human hand, but a horse limb with a hoof. The fear rose from the pit of my stomach, clenched at my dry throat, and came out as a scream from my mouth. My knees gave way, and I buckled over. I was found the next day by the station master, an incoherent, unconscious heap clutching at a 100 rupee note.